On, please.
Congratulations to our opponent. Their guy pitched really well. I think our guys were up to the challenge. We had a couple spots where maybe things could have changed the fortune of the game a little bit and made it tighter earlier. Dylan Carmouche on short rest went out there and battled and did what he did to give the ball to Michael Lombardi. And I thought Michael Lombardi pitched really well and hung up some zeros and gave us a chance to get in there. And the guy here to my left put a big charge into one to get us close. And, the fact that they ran Skeens out for 120-plus pitches and didn't go to their bullpen against us, I'd like to take that as a measure of respect. And we'll live to fight another day and be back tomorrow, whoever our opponent is.
Okay, we'll go ahead and open questions for Brennan Lambert, designated hitter. Get the mic to you here.
Brennan, VK Jones from Crescent City Sports. What was on your mind when you went to bat and you hit that big-time home run to get y'all back in the ball game?
Yeah, I was just trying to get a fastball, something I can get out over the plate and kind of stay with my approach, middle backside, and I got a good pitch to hit, and the chips fell that way, so it was pretty special.
Gary Smith with NOLA.com. Just what was the toughest thing about Paul Skeens? Obviously, he throws 100 miles an hour, but you guys got some good swings against him. It's just everybody struggles against him overall.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great pitcher with great stuff, and he came right at you, and I think that's the toughest part about him. He's going to throw a lot of strikes and put the pressure on you, and I think we did a good job with him, I think, and we put some good swings on him. But, yeah, I mean, he just comes right at you. That's what makes him pretty good.
And how confident are you heading into tomorrow the way you guys are playing right now?
Yeah, I really like our chances tomorrow. We're swinging the bat well. We're throwing the ball well. We're playing pretty good defense. And if we keep this up, I think we could play till Sunday or maybe Monday.
Any other questions for Brennan? Okay, Brennan, we'll go ahead and release you. Congratulations on your big at-bat there.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, did your strategy kind of change a little bit when Skeens got the start today?
No, I think we were in our minds thinking it was going to be him or Hurd, and we were prepared for all three of them actually, if they even went to Floyd. So I wasn't surprised by it, but again, we were prepared for that announcement.
In the back.
Coach, you said it was a little measure of respect that you felt like they would throw Skeens against your team. What does he do so well? Obviously, the talent is top tier, but how does he mix it up?
Yeah, he uses all quadrants of the plate, in and out, and up, and spins the curveball. And he's a big, tall glass of water. So when you're big like that, you create angle, and at times makes it difficult to square guys up. And when you have the numbers that you have and you've won and you're used to doing that, you tend to have a different kind of confidence and swagger about you. And he's a horse, so he can. I'm surprised actually that he hadn't gone longer than 7 innings before, and he's just a competitive kid. And I think the fact that he went to Air Force, I think speaks volumes about who he is as a human being. And I have a lot of respect for that program that he came from. So.
Jay, any team that faces Paul Skeens knows they're going to kind of have to be perfect to hang in there. And there were a couple of plays early defensively on leadoff guys that led to some runs early on. You feel like it could have been a different game late without those things happening early?
Yeah, I thought 3 probably critical things early. The hit and run with La Prairie, that he hit that ball to the wall. Had that gotten over his head, that like I said, that loosens up things a little bit probably. A leadoff walk and a leadoff error, and both come home to roost. So. Again, like we always talk about with each other, is championship baseball. You've got to play good defense and pitch and not give away free runs. And unfortunately, we did that, which again makes it more difficult and challenging to come back against anyone, but particularly against a guy like Paul Skeens.
And how good do you feel going into tomorrow? There were a lot of good swings off of Skeens today, even though you only had 2 runs to show for it.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. the resilience our guys have shown all year and just the mentality with which they're going about it, I feel really good about it. We have our full pin and Ricky Castro and Billy Price, and so we feel good where we're at, and we just take tomorrow as it comes. And our back's been against the wall all season, and so I mean, what's another game to have your back against the wall? So we'll be ready. The guys will be ready.
Right here, Will. Hold on 1 second, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Any pitcher you've coached against or played against you can compare this guy to?
It's funny you should ask. I actually, my son, who's our bat boy, I looked at him, and when I was an assistant at Nevada, we played against some guy named Steven Strasburg, and then one other guy is very familiar at Rice, a guy named Jeff Neiman, similar kind of tall build, angle. So to me, those two guys were in a league of their own, and I would have comped him. My first comp to him was Strasburg.
In the back over there, Mike, you got a question? Okay. Any other questions? Right here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you comment a little more on Lombardi's performance? And also, then you did take him out with 2 outs. Was that pitch limit, or just what was the thinking there? And then
I mean, in retrospect, like I looked at his and I said, shoot, I should have left Lombardi in. He had pitched for us at the end of the week in Clearwater. He had done his job, I felt like, and I thought we could go to a matchup where Tommy White's splits were like 250 against left-handers and like 460 against right-handers. And so I went to Clev. It didn't work out. Went right back to Priggy against Trey Morgan, who had the opposite splits too, where he was well worse off against right-handers than he was left-handers. So, those 2 moves didn't pan out, and, I feel bad for those kids the way their outing went, their one-hitter went. But, Colin Riley came in and a challenging environment. So, for me, it was a learning experience for those 3 young guys. They got their feet wet and in a really fun environment, and I think that'll serve them well as they continue to move forward. And like I said, Colin Riley came in, gave up the 1 with a walk. He did get ahead 0-2. And then he came after that and got a ground out. So proud of him for that. But yes, Gary, in hindsight, certainly it didn't work out. But I felt like based on the matchups in terms of right-left, I thought it was the right move.
Anyone else?
And who's going to start for you tomorrow?
I would assume it's probably going to be Ricky.
Okay, Coach, thank you.
Coach, thank you.